What's up, peeps? Hey, I want to talk about something. I hear a lot of people say, talk about therapy and you need to go to therapy and stuff like that. How do you know if you got the right therapist? I remember when I was in the automotive field and people would ask me several times, well, would it be better if I took my car to the dealer? And I would tell them that, hey, listen, the mechanics at the dealerships are the same people that's at independent garages. Either you're good at what you do or you're not. You got bad people at dealerships, you got bad people at independent garages. Same thing with therapy or any other profession. Just because you graduated and you got a degree doesn't make you the best person for that person. Because I've been to a lot of therapists. You know, I guess looking back, I say by at least six, right? Because I wanted to get better, right? I had one of them upbringings that I knew I needed therapy. So I went and sought it, right? I had the insurance and all that good stuff, and I would go to therapists, right? So I had a little experience because I checks people out. I have the ability of discernment. Okay? I didn't give it to myself. I was ordained with it. Okay? That's why you can't tell me no anything. And in marriages, right, and in relationships and in couples therapy, you have to be real careful about who you and your mate, husband, wife, or whoever, who y'all choose to go talk to. And I remember we was going through some rough times. I guess we had been married about 3, 4 years, 5 years. And my ex-wife picks the therapist, right? And I knew it was something going on because he already had some experience. And when we went into her office, she was African American, right? But she had been divorced. She was divorced then, and she kept talking about God and Jesus and all that kind of stuff, right? And I think we seen her for about maybe a month, and it didn't help anything. So I broke off, and I started going to see a therapist on my own. And this therapist, she never came up with anything for me to do. No exercises, no homework, no, I want you to do this and we'll talk about it the next time you come in. Now, this was me as an individual, right? See, because I've always knew I needed some kind of help. I've always knew that. She was all right, soft voice and all that kind of stuff. She was Caucasian, younger lady. And I was there like clockwork, right? Because I figured, hell, it's better than nothing, right? So I stopped seeing her eventually. I don't know why I stopped, but I did. And we started seeing another therapist, okay? Another one that she chose. And this was the last therapy. We were going through some hard times, right? I had got hurt on the job, had several surgeries and all that kind of stuff. And, I'm taking medication and all that kind of stuff. And our relationships was on the rocks, Jack. But she chose us a therapist. And I didn't find out till later that it was a therapist that she already knew that he was kind of like mentoring her to get into that field. So they had a relationship already, older white guy. They had a relationship already that ain't nowhere in the world he could not be biased. Okay? And I think she had already left at this time, and I was at the house and all that kind of stuff, and it was a lot going on, but I was still willing to try, right? So I would meet her at the therapist's office and stuff like that. And this is when I knew that I was going to file for divorce. The last time, because I put up a lot with this guy. I could feel it, I could see it, I could hear the bias, right? And the last time we went to see this guy, this is what he said. He said, y'all need to stop communicating. If y'all got anything to say to each other, it needs to be in an email, right? Y'all need to cut off all communication. Now, this is my wife, right? This ain't no girlfriend. This ain't some chick I met at the club. This is my wife. We had been married for 14 years at that time. And when he said that, and the look on her face, because I knew she agreed with it, because I was married to one of them chicks. If you are a Caucasian and you say something, oh, she with it. She with it. I knew I was going to file for a divorce then. I went home. I got on my computer, and I started looking for lawyers. And I found one, and we got divorced. I filed. At that point, I knew, okay, it was a lot going on, right? The therapist you choose is real important. You got to do your background. Because I don't go to therapists just to go. I go to get help. I want stuff to improve. I wanted our marriage to improve. And it's like every time this guy would say something, she would light up like she married to him. And I knew I was going to file for divorce. And I did. I sure did. Probably cost me about $6,000. Right? Because the only thing we had, we didn't have no kids. We had the house. And we were supposed to sell the house and split the proceeds. But I gave her the house. I signed the house over to her. Okay? I didn't want it. What the hell I look like in there? By myself. So, divorced by myself, right? I started seeing another therapist. Okay? I believe in therapy. But I also believe in getting the right therapist. It helps. I don't need nobody on my side. See, I don't need help unless I ask you for it. I don't need you to be on my side because you're feeling sorry for me. Okay? I don't need all that. I've never needed a lot of people to stand behind me before I get courage to do what I got to do. Some people need a whole group of people behind them before they can stand up and say how they really feel. That has never been my issue. So if you go to therapy, if somebody mentions therapy to you, okay, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. We all need help from time to time. But make sure you do your research. Ain't no excuses today, especially with Google and all this other internet searches and all that you can do, that you can make sure that you're getting the right person for you. Okay? It's like this. If I'm trying not to do dope, what I look like going to somebody that's still doing dope? That don't make sense to me. But I guarantee you that makes sense to a lot of people, because they're going to tell us that, well, if he's still doing dope, then he got some experience. Yeah, he got some experience with still doing dope. You try not to do none. Right? And I tell you what, man, there was some hard times. When you with somebody that long and it ends, it hurts, man. Right? But because you're a man, you can't go all around showing that. You can't. Listen, I ain't finna cry in public. I'm not finna cry in front of you. You're not finna see my pain. I'm not finna show it to you. That's just who I am. That's how I was raised. I don't mind seeing a therapist. I ain't finna cry in front of them either. So if you got to go see a therapist, and some of us do from time to time, make sure it's the best one you can get. Make sure you do your research. Because there are some therapists out there that, if you're not careful, they'll have you alone. You'll be somewhere alone. So, I was just thinking about that, because I've been hearing a lot about people, telling people they need to go get therapy and all that stuff. Maybe they don't, maybe they do, I don't know. But if you do your research. It's easy. It's free. It don't even cost nothing. They got a site that'll tell you they'll tell you if they done lost their license. They'll tell you if they still in practice. They'll tell you if they had any discipline problems. It's out there. All you got to do is look. Not one of those therapists that we went to when I was married told that woman to stop putting her mama and her auntie and them and her brother and them and her sister and them in our marriage. Not one of them told her that, because I had been telling her that. Keep people out of your marriage. Everybody is not going to love you the way your old lady loved you. And when you start telling people your business, what's going on in your marriage, and then because they don't like the person you're married to, they're not going to give you no positive information. They want to see it end, man. One of those therapists should have said, stop telling these people your business. I had said it. She wasn't going to hear it from me. But, I filed for divorce, and here we are. Divorce was final in 2013. And you know what I did? I went right out and got me another woman. Stayed with her for 7 years. Right? Because I told y'all before, I ain't never been without a woman. But that ain't nothing to brag about. Sometimes you got to stop and say, okay, man, listen, calm down. You ain't got to jump right back into the pool, man. Dry off a little bit. Dry off a little bit, man. Do something for you. Let yourself be the priority for once in your life. And that's where I'm at today. That's why I'm doing YouTube. I got Facebook. I help people, right? I know what my purpose in life is. And one of the things that I do that I love the most is helping other people stop spending their money on stuff that's going to hurt them. And I'm good at it. You know why I'm good at it? Because they said I was. I ain't bragging. I just, ended up with that ability. Because honesty goes a long way with people. I don't try to make nobody do anything. All we can do is give them the information. Just like I'm giving y'all this information. Before you go see a therapist, check them out. That don't mean you got to do it. You just go see anybody if you want to. Because that's not going to affect me. Just like I tell them. You getting loaded ain't going to affect me. My brain's still going to be clear. Nothing wrong with being prepared. So I just wanted to run that by y'all. Because I said y'all were going to, as time went on, I was going to let y'all know a little bit about this marriage y'all was in. Because we can't be talking about truth about dating and relationships. And y'all don't have no information on me. I ain't got nothing to hide. Right? But I'm not going to just, share everything with everybody. Because I got certain people that I talk to, and it's private. But this kind of stuff, if it helps you, I don't mind sharing it with you. Do your research on these therapists, man, and these relationship coaches and all that kind of stuff. I don't know nothing about that. I have no information on even what a relationship coach is. I don't know what people make people think that they good at matching people with other people. I don't know nothing about none of that. But I know about marriage and divorce. I got some experience with that. I got some experience with knockoff therapists. The ones that just in it for $1. So, with that being said, man, I just want to throw that at you. Check us out. tmonroe1488@gmail.com. Truth About Dating and Relationship Facebook. Subscribe. Give us a like. Because we're on a roll now. I got a couple of couples we're going to start interviewing probably around about April. Right? That way you just won't be seeing my ugly mug. We're going to have some people. We're going to have some guests. Around about April or so. So, y'all have a good night. Have a good day. And be the best person you can be. Y'all be safe. Peace.